Something to Talk About with Dr. Fight, Brianna Murray, and L. Ellis. A weekly roundup of current events and what's happening in our world.
If you will, to Matthew chapter number 1, verse number 24. And it declares, Then Joseph, being raised from sleep, did as the angel of the Lord had bidden him, and took unto him his wife. From this life story of Joseph, as we've already talked about Zacharias, and we've already talked about Herod, I think it's good now to talk about Joseph, because what he teaches us that we can apply to this week is we have to learn how to hold up under pressure. We have to learn who is taking care of us. In this text, Joseph is under pressure. He's not just dating, but he's engaged. He has a covenant. He's on his way to make vows. But between the ring and the vows he declares, she says that she's pregnant. What? Wait a minute. Pause. Instead of crumbling under this kind of pressure, Joseph wanted to respect her. And that's what I want to tell you today. Don't fold, because God has you. After it all, you got to declare you're still here. After the bad news, you're still here. As it's been hard, but heaven is in your view. Don't give up. Just hold on. Why? Because real blessings come with burdens. A house comes with a mortgage. A car comes with a note. A promotion comes with haters. But the burden didn't kill you. It brought the gift out of you. So just hold on under the pressure. Let us pray. Dear Lord, this week, let us be like the X-Men. So we recognize that we too have our own gifts, and we have to learn how to train on how to use them to protect ourselves, our family, and stay alive. Give us a Hong Kong Phooey spirit that when the going gets rough, he's super tough with a Hong Kong Phooey chop, chopping away negativity, laziness, and every attack from the enemy. Amen. Hey, see you next week if God says the same. Grace and peace.
You're up. All right. I'm always saying, we like applause, people. Applause, applause, applause. All right, thank you guys. That's Dr. Fight's Monday Motivation. Thank you, guys. Now, keep working at today. Okay, yeah, well, that's Monday Motivation. Thank you, Dr. Fight. Let's get into it. Hopefully everyone had a wonderful weekend. It was cold. Till I said enough. It was cold outside, and it's still cold today. It was like minus 30, minus something. Anyway, here we are in golden days. We are. Oh, thank you very much for sharing that. Okay, so what's going on with everybody? Welcome you guys. Welcome back to Something to Talk About. I'm Elle. This is Brianna. Dr. Fight will join us sometime this evening. It is Monday, December 15th. We are officially 10 days out from Christmas. Can you believe it? Can y'all believe it? Nope. When November comes in, we're waiting, rushing, trying to get to Thanksgiving so everybody can go and start doing their Thanksgiving shopping. Now we're 10 days out from Christmas. Am I done with my Christmas shopping? Of course not. Well, why would I say yes? In all of my 50 plus years, I've never said yes that I'm done before the week of Christmas. Never. And I don't think that's just gonna happen. Because I think I like being out there sometimes. Now I don't like being out there on Christmas Eve. Some people love to be out there. They should get that last minute push. Now I can finish up about the 23rd, then I'm good. So maybe the day before Christmas Eve is good for me. But hopefully I'll be done maybe the 22nd. No, because we have a show on the 22nd, so that ain't happening either. I'll be done by the. Who's
doing the show days before Christmas?
It was in your notes. If you read your calendar, then you would know. Alrighty, then you would know that. All right. I think we could double check your notes. Your schedule is all in there.
No right do shows the day.
Okay, so there we go. So let's get into the conversation. So I said we're going to be deep into some trending topics this afternoon, this evening. Like you said, afternoon, it's evening time. So we're going to jump right on into what's my first trending topic I'm going to first. There was a lot of them. So let's go with Jubilant Sykes. Sykes, right? So starting Friday, there were, it's as we get toward the wrapping up at the end of the year, we get starting notifications that so many people are passing away and things of that nature. Thank God, knock on wood, that I'm still here for and all that. So let's go. Jubilant Sykes. He is a baritone opera singer and son of
It says the son of him.
So if you look at the picture, you got to make the screen because we all can't see. We don't have them all those young eyes. So as you can see, Jubilant is a baritone opera singer, and this is his son right here. His son right there. So apparently, the son was accused of killing him on stabbing him too, right? What's with the stabbing? Wow. Okay, so accused of killing him on Friday, right? This past Friday.
I think this was about a week ago.
Oh, I think it was on the 9th. It was I think it was the 9th.
Yeah, I think it was about a week.
So I think it was Friday. So anyway, so now he's behind bars on a $4 million bail. I don't think you're gonna get that one. So you know what? So to the family, we send our prayers to the family as usual. But unbelievable. And I think his was because Daddy probably wouldn't give him something he was looking for. I don't know what it is with. I'll get into that toward the end of my story. But let's go to the next one. I can tell them. And then we had this with actor Peter Green, right? Peter Green, as you guys know, expand please. Peter Green, as you guys know, he started in Pulp Fiction. Now, I watched Pulp Fiction, but I don't really recall a lot of Pulp Fiction because you in and out or whatever. So I don't really recall a lot of details about Pulp Fiction. But anyway, he also did The Mask. So he was part of that film as well, and a lot of other movies. But to me, he always portrayed like a bad guy in some other TV films or other movies. And this is those blue eyes, what I remember about him the most. But he was found outside his apartment building, face down in a pool of blood. So they're saying no foul play there. But he was using drugs. So otherwise, I guess maybe it was an overdose. And they said normally his assistant is normally with him, so they always carry what is that Narcan? Said that would once when somebody ODs, then they would help him come back. But apparently, I think when he fell, he hit his head, and that's where all the blood came from. But he died on Friday as well. What, the 9th? I think he died this past Friday. Again, condolences.
Friday wasn't the night. It
was
12.
Was it?
Yes.
So maybe that was Thursday.
No, more like Monday, beginning of the week.
Oh, okay. See, anyway, my days be all messed up, but there you go. So
you said Friday at night. No.
Because to me, so many things happen on Friday night. I was like, okay, wait a minute, hold on. Okay, so anyway, to Peter Green's family, we send our condolences, and I know it's the holiday season, so I know it's a tough time. I know it's tough. So we do send you our thoughts and our prayers. And so as we said, we're going to be deep in to start off the holiday season. We have to do this because we have to cover what's trending and get people up on the information. So let's go to who's next, and then I'll get to this point. Then I'll kind of wrap up with something. Oh yeah. So actor Anthony Geary, look at him. Oh, he wore this earring as long as I've known, as long as I've watched him. He's been wearing this earring. So Anthony Geary passed away yesterday or this morning?
Yesterday.
Yes, yesterday. In Amsterdam, where he was living with his husband. And that's his, no, I don't know. She don't with his husband. And I guess he was having some kind of surgical procedure, and he died from the complications.
I think he had it 3 days prior.
Oh, so he was at home. Was he at home?
Now that I don't know.
So maybe some kind of blood clot or something that happened. But Anthony Geary, let me tell y'all something. Anthony Geary was on General Hospital forever. From
close to 40 years.
From like 80 something, or was it 78 or something like that?
Wasn't like 78?
Yeah, I think it was like 1978.
Because he got married to Laura in what?
1981 or 84. 84, I think he married Laura in 84. Married Laura, married the character Laura, Jeannie Francis in 1984. But anytime you watch General Hospital and Anthony Geary, what's his name? Scorpio. Tristan Rogers, Jeannie Francis,
Emma Samms.
They had the whole Ice Princess caper. They had it was just a lot happening on General Hospital when you had Anthony Geary there, and so he will sorely be missed. We haven't seen him on the screen and since what 2015 when he left GH, I think.
Yep, 10 years.
When he left GH, and I mean he received I think he won
Eight Emmys.
eight Emmys. He won 8 Emmys for his role as Luke Spencer. I mean
Lorenzo.
Lucas, yes. So look at that. He's gone. The one, Jacqueline Zeman that played Bobby, she's gone.
Tristan Rogers.
Tristan Rogers, he's gone. The one that played Sean, who was the other part of he died a few years back. But he's gone. So I was just telling Brown, I said some of the stories, Luke and Laurel's wedding. If people don't know that, back in 1984, it garnered 30 million viewers just that day alone. And I don't think any storyline to date has had that kind of success. I'm gonna tell you, yeah, I think we all ditching school a little bit, so trying to get home to watch the wedding of Luke and Laura. It was such big news, even like on ABC News, like evening news, they would talk about it across the news about Luke and Laura time or not, just because their characters had been through so much, and to see them get married, it was just I don't think a wedding has been on soap operas has been like that. I mean, everyone tuned in, right? People were missing school. That's I got a bunch of hospitals. We tried to get our mom to let us not have to go to school, and then she said, "You all lost your mind, not going to school because it was going to be Luke and Laura's wedding. We could not miss that." So, needless to say, we did manage to catch it. We just kind of snuck out of school a little early, but we had to get there before. I mean, the wedding went on for like a couple of days. They started getting the preparation, getting ready, and all that sort of stuff. But I've never seen a wedding dress copied like the one Jeannie Francis wore on her wedding day on General Hospital. Luke, what's his name? Anthony Geary was looking very handsome. It was awesome. It was just awesome. Then from then on, they had the experience after experience after experience with the Cassadines. When they were going to freeze up Port Charles. They had a lot. They had some really great storylines. I miss it though because with Anthony Geary and what's his name? Not Dante, the other man. Sonny. So when Sonny came onto the scene, Luke was already had been doing the most. But they had a really great friendship, and it was great to watch them over the years. And when Luke got the club, and then he got the boat, and it's just really great. So Sonny needed a good partner like that. Lord, no, not Big Head, not Big Head. The sports part. What's that full name? Stephen A. Smith. Not him. He could never take the place of Anthony Geary, so we don't want him. No, he got to go. No.
Now I can say why he always on the defense mechanism for Dodo. Why he on the defense mechanism for Dodo and GOP.
Uh-huh.
What you got to say today?
We'll get to that. Don't jump around. We'll jump around. We'll talk about that later.
What is coming up?
We'll talk about that later. So anyway, rest in peace, Anthony Geary. He was 78. 78. So I'm sure that his husband is devastated and inconsolable right now. But yeah, 70 years of age, 70 years young. All right. So far we have covered Anthony Geary, Jubilant Sykes, and who am I missing?
Peter Green.
Peter Green. And so the next person that's in our trending topics is none other than Rob Reiner and his wife Michelle. Expand because we're going to go for a minute. So Rob Reiner and his wife Michelle were married for 35 years.
36.
36 years. And before that, Rob Reiner was married to Penny Marshall for 10 years?
Mm-hmm.
And for those of you who don't, for some of you younger people, okay, so Brown is younger. The other one, but her is young, because they're young and very selfish. Don't get mad at me and don't send me don't do it. Okay, so Rob Reiner and his wife was killed yesterday. Apparently by their son. I guess he's his youngest child.
I guess.
I think it's his son, Nick Reiner. Nick Reiner stabbed his dad and his mom multiple times. You know what? That's pretty damn brutal. Pretty damn. But if you think about it, look, I just said Rob Reiner was murdered by multiple stabbings, and then Jubilant Sykes, his son, murdered him by stabbing. Well, you know what? I don't know. Guns, stabbing. I mean, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. We don't know how many stab wounds Reiner succumbed to, but he was 78, and he still was a good sized man, so he wasn't frail at all. And the thing was that they had just attended a party by Conan, right, by Conan O'Brien on Saturday night, and a lot of guests said they overheard them yelling.
Well, the reason they got into it because I guess the son was being like really weird, asking people if they were famous and just really all over the place. They said the whole night. I guess they said he was freaking out the guests because of how he was acting.
Oh, he was on some kind of drugs, maybe.
Right. So I guess that's when they got into a fight. I guess Rob pulled him aside and was like trying to get him to get his act together.
Uh-huh.
So that's when the fight happened. Because he was acting, I guess he was just acting crazy the whole night.
Oh, he was on some. Well, he said he had a history of drug problems. So maybe he was on some kind of drugs or whatever. But so anyway, here's my thing. So I said maybe it was a crime of passion. But then you know what? Okay, if the party happened Saturday evening and then you wait till Sunday afternoon
to hear you playing
that was so were you that out of it? Anyway, to me, there's no excuse for murdering your parents. And I don't care what your parents say. I don't care how angry your parents make you. Now, there are some parents who probably, I don't want to say, but, some of you all do some pretty horrible, horrific things to your children. And so, you know what? If children might get grown and then decide, well, I'm going to pay you back for whatever you did. But from what we all can witness is that they had just a typical, family upbringing. Besides the fact that not really typical because Carl Reiner was I guess the original, the matriarch of the family, the original patriarch of the family. And he had an established career from TV shows like Happy Days, Laverne and Shirley, Archie Bunker, and so many others. And then he has his son Rob Reiner, who was in front of the camera for a long time, and then he transitioned into from behind the screen, in front of the camera to behind the camera. And from behind the camera, he created he created just a legacy of really great films, from When Harry Met Sally to Misery, A Few Good Men, and who else? The Princess Bride. What else? Oh no, he did a whole bunch. Oh, Stand by Me. No. He had just a plethora of films that he just marked a generation of us. Because still to this day, A Few Good Men grounded on at any given time. So what you want? Again, I'm watching A Few Good Men at any given time. Stand by Me, I think was his like breakout, or maybe The Princess Bride. I'm not sure, but either way, he did some. I mean, really great. And Misery was just off the chain. Okay, Misery was one that just was. Misery scared the hell out of me today, because she was crazy. And anytime I watch her, all I can think about is Misery. Was it Misery Chastain? Was the character's name? Was the character's name? I think Misery Chastain. Something was her name.
Wow.
So anyway, Rob, and so now Brianna's recently reported that his son Nick is on suicide watch, which she said. I had said earlier. I said, "Oh, he's trying to kill himself." I don't see him going to trial. I don't see. He's going to do something to get out of standing trial. I just don't know what will possess you
to
kill your parents.
I mean, a fight.
Was it what you're so strong? I mean, would you have some opioids? What kind of drugs did you have? They stayed in your system that long? Well, maybe, and then too, also, when people play all these games or whatever, people like to act like like life is a game, and they take these things out, in the game. I don't know. I have no idea. But brother said, he I guess he fancied himself a writer, the son, and I think the dad, she said the son helped him with get out of one of his projects, So it's like the dad didn't want to help you, but you was living in their house. And then apparently, I think that the middle daughter, I think what it was, the middle daughter, found the parents, which she scarred forever. Yeah, that's unimaginable. So she scarred forever. But I'm thinking, I said, I don't know, all the details have not come out yet. But I'm saying, well, how did she end up over at the house? So when the police arrived, I guess the LA Fire Department was there first, and then from then they the LAPD showed up, homicide, they showed up, and then so he wasn't there. So I'm wondering if he called the sister, because why would she just also come over to the house? And I guess from that moment on, when they realized it was Rob Reiner and his wife, you said people like Billy Crystal, Conan O'Brien, they all showed up at the property. And I said, "Would you bring?" It's kind of eerie to me because I was telling Brianna, like, what's his name, Phil Hartman, that did I was in like Jingle All the Way, right? No, not Jingle All the Way. He was in what was the other one with Sinbad?
Jingle all the way.
No, it wasn't. But he was at the college. It wasn't Jingle All the Way. It was another one. It wasn't Jingle All the Way. Phil Hartman did a Christmas movie with Sinbad. Anybody out there watching know what that movie was? Um,
Jingle all the way.
it was not Jingle All the Way was with Arnold Schwarzenegger.
And Sinbad and Phil Hartman.
What part Phil Hartman playing there?
Remember the wife? He was the neighbor.
Oh yeah, he did that one. I'm thinking of another movie.
Oh,
It was another movie that he was. I forget he was in that one. It was another. What was it? It was a Bill Christmas
I remember
movie.
he was on Saturday Night Live.
Yeah, but it was another he was on before the end. I think where
She making me crazy.
yeah, because I can remember. I'm thinking you're thinking one movie, and I'm thinking another one. But yeah, because I think Sinbad because Sinbad had to run like a something. And it was-
I know the one
you know
you're
what I'm talking about?
Huh.
That's what I remember him from. And then they was outside barbecuing with the grill and crap.
Yeah, hold on.
So anyway, their Bob Ryder's death reminds me of that because it was like so like it's like Phil Hartman was just like blowing up, and all of a sudden you like Phil Hartman dead. Then you said his wife, his wife killed him.
She was crazy.
Yeah, I think she ended up being like jealous of his career, or because she didn't have anything really like going on.
They said she was really
House guest,
That's it.
house guest. Yeah, yeah.
in 1995.
Yeah. So house guest. So I remember that's what I remember him. And so he was doing all the writing on SNL, and his career was just on the rise. Then what was 1996,
1998.
1998. And so I remember that coming across, and I was like, Phil Hartman can't because we were just watching him in the film and stuff. So I can't believe.
And Encino.
Yep, and Encino, right? Yep. That the one killed. So when the story came out, I don't know if she was having.
Good Lord.
Oh yeah, she shot him. Yeah.
Shot once between the eyes, once in the throat. God, no.
And then how did she kill herself?
Once in the upper chest.
Yeah. I think she pulled the trigger when they were entering the house because they were on stand up for a long time. It's like they were. I'm trying to talk her down.
Brendan drove to the home of her friend Ron Douglas and confessed to the killing, but he did not believe her.
Because I think she did it at nighttime. At
3 a.m.
Right, and then she drove back.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, she drove back. He said she was acting really weird. Yeah.
Around for a dozen harvested from Trump's by which time shortly after she shot and killed herself. Good Lord.
Yeah, that was
at 6 a.m.
Right, yeah, that's what. So when they start talking about, when you start talking about what kind of diet, that really, that brought back that memory because I said we used to live on the West Coast, so that brought that back. You was a little kid. You brought that brought all that back to me because it's like you can like feel it in the air. So I can imagine what the air feels like, in Los Angeles when it's like you're that close to, you're not really that in proximity, I guess, but it's like you're in there, so you feel it. It's like you know it. And so they were saying how everything is just like the whole entertainment industry was just like rocked by the news. And one person that was really rocked by the news was Whoopi Goldberg. And I'm gonna let Brown have her rant, but Whoopi said this today, talking about
that in the office. That's all I have.
She was talking about yeah. But anyway, you know what? So it's gonna be hard. It's gonna be really difficult for the family. Like, wow. So
you're 10 days out from Christmas. I mean,
I don't even know what to say. I don't even know what to say on that one.
You just ruined like everything, all because of an argument. I mean, your parents support you through everything. He went through 18 different rehab facilities.
18?
Yes.
Oh my Jesus. Okay.
18.
Wow.
And your parents support you through everything, and that's the thanks they get.
And then you moved back in the house with them. Yep. That's just like if you think about some of the tragic losses like Carol O'Connor, Martin Sheen, because he was off the chain for a long time. Martin Sheen's son, the crazy 2.5 Men.
Oh, Charlie.
And even back in the day, like Art, Carol O'Connor, because what was his name, the played the black cop on In the Heat of the Night. Howard Rollins, he had a horrible drug addiction, and what's called he was always in there fighting with him. Carol O'Connor trying to get him clean and sober and all that because he was another super talented person. But not only did he try to save Uncle friend Howard Rollins, also his son also died of drugs. When y'all get in Hollywood, I don't know what about the whole drug scene, but I have never been a fan of being out of my mind. I've never been saying, tell a person I just want to chill out, I want to relax, I want to smoke something. I've never been that person because I don't like being out of my mind. And then even when you so called relaxed and you chilling, whatever that whole vibe that you all want to call it, I don't get it. I don't care about it. Just your thing. Do what you do. I don't get it. But how can you be so far out of your mind on drugs that you decide you're gonna murder your parents? I don't give a sweet Nelly damn how mad your parents make you, what they say to you. I don't even care if they take their fist and knock you in your damn head. There's no point. There's no reason for you to say I'm going to murder my parents. That means you got to walk to the kitchen, pick the knife you're gonna use, walk back to wherever they at, and decide I'm just gonna start stabbing you. And probably I'm this if you're Rob running and I'm just and you say you want and you're reacting. First of all, you're in shock. You're like, this my kid trying to kill me? That's the first thing. And so we don't know if they were still in bed, if they were sitting, if they were in separate rooms. We don't know any of that. We don't know any of that, but the details will come out soon enough. But how do you just do that? So you went to bed, or maybe you didn't go to bed, so maybe you was up all night because you was high on some funny stuff. And you said, I'm going to walk back in their house and I'm going to kill them. And so him to have been in drug rehab 18 times, that boy have emotional issues.
Yeah.
That was just not drug induced or drug binge, whatever. He has some serious emotional issues his entire life. That being said, I don't think that you could have been in my house. But as a parent, you say, I'm not going to let my child be on the street.
Because he was homeless.
Yeah, you said, yeah. Well, I would put you out in the guest house. And I put you out in the guest house. You only have access. And I'm keeping my doors locked.
I'm not pushing the guest house. I'm pushing the house down the street.
Yeah, and not give you access to my house.
Right, do what you want.
Yeah. But but what parent who says, I've raised you, I've loved you, I've given you everything you could possibly want, think that your child's only going to snap and kill you? Now, some of y'all, you ain't going to get mad at them. Some of y'all white people do that. Be honest. You all get mad at your parents, and then you think they owe you something, and then you go to tripping.
Or you want the money, and
right?
Parents will give the money.
Right? Or they ain't dying fast enough for you. I don't know what the problem is.
Look, see, that's my camera. Quantic got me grandson was 78, but he wanted poor health.
No, people live to be 100 and 100 plus.
Right, and then think about this. Then he killed the daddy. Then he knew if it was money related, then he knew everything would go to the mother. So he like, well, let me just take home now too.
Yeah, that was I can't even begin. Whoever your lawyer is, I mean, I'd be scared to be a lawyer because you might step on kids. So I don't know. But anyway,
that is one job you can never get as lawyer because if something go bad, then the person want to get out of prison and come and find you.
And what defense are you going to argue? That's the next question.
Insanity.
That's the only defense that you have. But
that's the only.
But you have to be. They don't have to be examined by all kind of doctors in order to be able to put that defense in play.
Cause ain't no other defense except you might well plead guilty.
Yeah, I just don't know how you get some man want to kill you. Listen, over the years, I can say your parents say certain things to you and they piss you off. But never, not one time have you thought up into my mind and said, "Oh, I wish she was dead."
And act on it.
Yeah.
That's the major part.
I don't get it. I can't
act on it.
Yeah, and I was saying,
then you did the most heinous thing you could think of. You stabbed them to death.
And like I said, we're gonna know how many multiple times because he had to have. If he hits a major arteries real quick, then I'm gonna say you definitely studied that and planned that. Because that's the only way. Because sometimes it depends on you have to do like multiple stab wounds. For the person. So we know they were stabbed more than 2 times. More than 2 times. And I'm being conservative when I say so. I'm gonna say at least 5 to 6 stab wounds on each body. And I was saying, and most people say, what you think about it, you go once into the body, and then you just keep going. Well, you're that angry? I'm just trying to figure out what's going on. But me, I don't want to know what's going on in your mind because that's a sick mind. I don't want to know what's going on.
You just.
But Rob Reiner has an amazing legacy, and a super talented director. And you can imagine being directed by him. Just like have to be something. Just would have something amazing. And I know people like Whoopi Goldberg, like Whoopi Goldberg, and somebody because she because of course she worked with him before, so I know she was really upset. But everybody in the industry was really upset to hear about that. And so here's what I gotta say: for some of you younger people or new writers that's coming up, you know what? Study work of older directors and producers and writers, and hone your craft. Be really intentional with what you're doing. Stop trying to become these YouTube sensations. That's what, yeah. You know what? When you doing stupid stuff and you want to become, you just want the fame. You have to love what you do. People like Rob Reiner and Ron Howard, they love producing, writing, and what they do. They love seeing what they have created come to life, come to fruition. I mean, when I did wrote my first project and I was like, "Grant, I wrote this," and then to see people actually take the script that you have written. Look, Brandon, he old. I think Brain though. To see people, yeah, that's what, yeah. Like the hell. No, that's somebody else.
No, he's middle there, I think.
Yeah, but to see your work come to fruition that you've written, and see people reading the words that you write, and then to be able to direct it, that's a powerful and beautiful and beautiful. So Ryan, we're gonna miss you. We're gonna miss what you could more that you still had to correct because I know you weren't retired. You was working on something else, to share with us. But right now, you had some great movies to come into the movie theaters. Right now, it's very little that intrigues me to go to the movie theater. I'm just gonna be honest.
There's nothing that intrigues her.
Well, no, it does. You gotta have some. It has to be a good story there. You gotta have a good story. You gotta have a good story there. Because think about it. We talk about Misery. Man, going to the theater watching Misery. She was crazy as hell. Can you imagine on a big what was her name in Misery? Kathy Bates. What the hell was her name in Misery? All I ever call her is Misery because all she did was inflict misery on everybody. But she was the character. Misery Too Late or something.
It's Misery Too Late.
No, I think that's the name of the character. But when she killed the sheriff that came to the house, I mean, when she dug the man out the snow after accident, she carried him. She said,
"Oh, that was her name, Annie Wilkes."
There you go, Crazy Annie. Woo, Crazy Annie Wilkes. Yeah, Annie.
James Caan, Paul Sheldon.
Yeah. James Caan has passed away. Yep. Yeah, all of them. Yeah, Kathy Bates. Kathy Bates was 70. She's 70. What? 78, 77. She had that too.
77.
She's 77, and she's got her new show. But so new writers, when you all you're going to get paid, and I understand you want to get paid, writing and what you're worth, your value, and all those things. That's great. But can you think about writing something that's going to intrigue us, that's going to compel me to want to go and spend my $25 to the movie theater for a damn ticket and buy some $15 popcorn? Just make my trip to the movie theater worth $100 because that's just about what it costs now to go.
Just $60.
To go for what? For two people or one person? Hell, for one person.
So here's the thing: if you go during the matinee, which is cheaper, it's like $60 for 3 people. Now anything after matinee, you're looking at about 100, 120.
Yeah. Well, anyway,
two adult tickets now is like $15. It's $15. And they were, because I used to work in the movie theater. That's the one job I actually missed because you got free movies. That was like the best thing ever. I think that was the most time I actually went to the movies.
Oh yeah, and she could tell me what was good and not good before I go waste my money. But that's when she was a teenager. That was her first job, actually.
She talking about she ain't paid because she got in too.
Which is why I went. ain't no me lying about it. That's why I went here.
I'm just like, huh? But and tickets then were
that was
what, like $10 then?
Yeah, $10 or $12, $10 or $12,
and that was
like that.
About 10 years ago. See, they got now.
I told you $20 a pop. If you do like $20 a pop for your ticket, then you get your popcorn.
Don't be a family of 8 because y'all spend $500 in movies.
See, you're making my point for me. This is why you bring back the drive-in, so you can take a carload to the drive-in. Even if it costs you $20, it's $20 to get in for everybody to go to the drive-in.
You know, I found out, and I forgot to tell you, there's a drive-in in downtown Chicago.
What the hell is that?
Well, actually, it's like Pilsen, but it's on like 23rd and something. But they changed this like abandoned lot, and they made it into a drive-in.
Really?
Yeah, because during Halloween they had Night on Elm Street playing.
Really?
Yep.
I'm gonna have to go and check that out then.
And you get the speaker, you have the speaker like play through your. But yeah,
Don't you just love that? I do just love
but-
you put it. You
but
get
yeah,
put
they
there,
have-
you put the speaker in.
But yeah, they have like all the food and everything. It can come through your stereo, however you want to play. But they have a big screen there.
See, now that's somebody who's creative. I like that.
But yeah, they turned the
So
whole.
now you can now you don't have to use the radio thing. You can have it coming through your radio. So there's a certain station you have to come through. Yeah, cause we gotta hit that up in the summertime. I hope we're gonna have some good movies there.
They had different showtime because they had like all kinds of different Halloween. They had like kiddie movies. It was fun.
Oh,
Yeah, you parking.
that must be something new.
I think it is. I'm like, when did that happen?
No, yeah, because they would. Yeah, okay. So see, this is why you take it, and this is why you have a car load of people. So you can, I mean, back in the day when we used to go, man, it used to be like my sister, my cousin. It would be like 2 carloads of us. We'll go in there, and you park side by side. You get out, somebody get out, you put your garden chairs out there, or if you have, a
That
what's called
Showtime movie.
no Showtime movies. Oh, Showtime movies. Chicago got a drive-in. Okay, when we go in the summertime, Lord willing, I'm gonna have to figure out and say, look, y'all, I'm at the drive-in, because we lived in California with Oceanside is where we would go for the drive-in. I remember that because we had the car, the seats folded down in the back. And here's the thing, when I would get in the back on the floor, I probably would fall asleep after the first movie, because then we would wake up and say, damn, the movie over. Because you get there, you watch the first movie, get in, you walk, you go in and you get your snacks, get your hot dog, your hamburger, whatever.
Also, right?
Oh, that's cool. Well, yeah, see, that's beautiful. And do the drive-in thing. It's nothing like people say they can buy those like blow up screens, whatever, for your backyard. It's still nothing like going to the drive-in and listening to watching a movie, watching a feature outside, the warm weather. Sometimes the mosquitoes might get you a little bit here and there, whatever. But you're gonna have to go check that out in the summertime, hopefully. Now we're going to the drive-in, and then when we would go, this is what we would do. So we don't always want to buy the food in the concession stand. So we would stop by back in the day when we would eat churches. So we would stop by and we would get a box of church's chicken, and then we have our chips or whatever.
It ain't like they gonna check your car for food.
But this is how we knew, because we don't want to spend a lot of money for the concession stand, because the food was higher there, and you can have more, because if you go into the concession stand, you only get like 1 hamburger, like maybe a hot dog, and maybe a drink and 1 bucket of popcorn. Whereas you buy your own junk in your car, you can eat as much as you want, and you don't have to spend the price to get in. And then when you leave the drive-in, it was like the traffic getting out the drive-in. So it's like everybody trying to make their way to the light, to get out, and go home. And you usually get home about 12:30, 1 a.m. because the drive-in would play. Sometimes they would play 2 or 3 movies, but most of the time it was 2. Yeah, I think all the time it was 2.
We was always like half sleep.
Yeah, by that time, Brianna was a little girl, so we would always put her in her pajamas. So we got her home. We didn't have to put her in her pajamas. She was already ready for bed, and there you go, nighttime. Yeah, so we definitely got to check it out, because Brayden would love that. And then as some of the drivers, they have like a little playground. Some you had intermission when they before the next movie, take the kids and go to the playground. You can let them play for a little bit. Then you go back into the concession stand and get what you're gonna get, and then that was cool.
Then you had to walk to the bathroom too. So.
Oh yeah, that's where you had to go. That's when only time you went in there is to go to the bathroom. Yeah, that's it exactly. So yes, we'll have fun.
So that's how you would end up buying something, because you walked to go to the bathroom.
Right, and
that is how you end up buying something.
Yeah, and then you come out with the popcorn or the what's called. And sometimes I would go to the middle. I gotta go to the bathroom in the middle of the movie, and then so you walk in, and people love you walk past their car. You're like, damn, get out the way! You're not gonna do it. So that was the other thing about going to the movie, but it was fun. So we got to check that out. That's why I think the movie industry needs, is that you need to get people back interested in going to see a movie. And so we have to pay. Yeah, I even pay $30 for a carload. I'll be honest. I don't want to pay $30 to walk in.
It's not that. It's the winter time in the Midwest. That's one thing. So you want me to like get bundled up, go in the car? Then I don't even care about the drive. It's the fact that then I gotta get out the car.
Well, here's the question for you. So even if you go into the drive-in, would you still go to the drive-in in the winter? Because the drive-in is going to be cold. You got to keep the engine running in order to stay warm while you're watching the movie. So what would be your preference? Is just to go to the
I still probably go to the drive-in.
See, that's why you had options, because you had the movie theater and then you had the drive-in. So like you said, in the Midwest, you go to the movie theater in the wintertime. In the summertime, you go to the drive-in. In the summer.
Right.
Yeah. So stop taking away all of the options, people's choices, because you think that's cool. Is that well, if they don't have enough choices, they're spending money here. No, I won't go at all. if it's me. Yeah, that's just how it is.
Come out, whatever come out.
Right, until come out and say, okay, I'll watch it then. But if you want to charge me to go to the drive-in, I'll go. I don't have a problem going to the drive-in and paying for a carload of people and chilling.
The last time I remember seeing a movie theater, I was like way out in McHenry County. There's a movie there in McHenry.
They said there's one way out somewhere in Indiana, but I don't know. They said somewhere way out there.
Don't ask me how I ended up in McHenry County, Illinois. Don't even ask me why.
And the other thing is that back in the day, they used to have it where it was like like Hammond, off a Klein where you could see it from the freeway in the back behind where the DMV at.
Yeah.
The drive used to be right there.
Yeah.
And that was always really cool too. People, there's nothing wrong with progress, but there's ways you could have kept drive-ins around.
AMC starting to monopolize too much.
Look at AMC.
AMC is taking over like every old theater. Like they closed the old Lowe's Theater, the Roosevelt Theater that was in South Loop on Roosevelt and Canal. Is it the Icon? Remember Big Icon Theater when you're on Roosevelt and Canal and you're coming up and it sits right there.
I'm trying to get my mind over there.
Okay, let's see. So Roosevelt Canal, where the Target sits, right? It's like Roosevelt and Clark, and the Target sits right up there, the big building.
We should realize now, Roosevelt and Clark. The Target on Clark?
Yeah, South Clark.
Okay, not off of State, right?
No, not off of State. It's
Okay.
South Clark. It's Target there, and you go around. It's the big old mall area where it's like Ulta, the apartments, the Container Store.
Oh yeah.
So anyway, it was a movie theater over there. It was called the Icon. Well,
Oh.
anyway, the Icon closed, and that's AMC.
Oh.
AMC starting to monopolize too much,
And
I know that because I used to work for them.
And that's the other thing too, is that you got to they have to stop allowing people to create these monopolies where you already you're already
like it used to be an arc light over in New City. That's on Halstead.
That was close too.
That's not AMC. They closed the arc light. Now it's AMC.
Oh, it's AMC.
It's another AMC that all the baby kids hang out down there in Streeterville.
Mm-hmm.
They do every Saturday. It's always a problem at that movie theater.
Oh, that one, yeah, gotcha.
What they call that? Ribbon North?
Yeah, probably.
Always an issue.
Mm-hmm.
Always. And Waco, you go down there, it's about 50 of their little bad asses around the theater.
Shit, I should be more than 50 little asses.
Well, I see 50, probably 100.
I don't tell them what's in there. We just see that on the outside.
On the outside.
Uh-huh.
But because of course, again, parents, nobody has to watch your children. See, that's a policy now at AMC. Is if your child is under 17, you have to be with your child. Sound like that anyway. You have to be with your kid. Cause I am telling you, parents will come in and drop their kid, they 14 years old, and say, we want to see this. I'm like, your daughter's is R-rated. And I'm like, and they have to call their parents back. And then the parent coming there with an attitude. Well, why can't they go see a movie? Well, here's what I can do for you. I used to tell people this all the time. I used to curse people out. Here's what you can do. You can either buy 3 tickets for the R-rated movie and sit there with them. And I mean, sit there. Don't sit there for 5 minutes and then leave like we can't see you walk out the door. Or they can go see a PG movie by themselves and you can leave. Or, and this is my favorite one, you, all y'all can get out. Courtesy of security. Now, which one would you like?
Because here's the thing:
they used to love me and I work box office. I did not give a flying crap about the people and their attitude.
No one says that people need to understand is that, but that's
we are not babysitting.
But they want the whole world. But they want you all to babysit the kids.
The mall to babysit
right? They
the
want the
kids.
teachers. They want the teachers to be babysitters instead of teaching.
Watch your damn kids
and raise your children properly so that they know how to act. Now here's what they would say. Well, when I was younger, I was allowed to. Well, you know what? Time changed, and you want to raise your children. If you raise your kids, right? Yeah, you could let them come in and know they're going to behave, right, and sit and watch the film and do all stuff like that. But they're not gonna act right.
But they don't.
They don't act right.
And then I remember being that age. When you're 14, 15, you stupid. That's the other thing. Them kids were stupid because you would tell them like, okay, well, you can't see the R-rated. You have to be 17 with an ID. They don't have an ID. So then they think they're smart. They think they're smarter because I wasn't that age.
Of course they do.
They go buy a movie for a movie that's over here, and the rated R movie is over here. What do you think when y'all walk? We just gonna go blind
And
temporarily when you walk
and
over
that's
there?
it. But you know, their parents probably told them and said, "Well, go ahead and buy the PT ticket, and then when they're not watching, just go ahead and go into the other one."
And most of the time we had downtown. So what we're
But
doing
I don't even know how you think it's safe in this day and age to send your underage child
to a
to
movie.
to a movie theater
But
by
they do it.
themselves. And then when something happens to them or they disappear, you're just like, they weren't supposed to be there watching a movie. Well, duh, but your dumb ass wasn't there.
That used to be fun because we would watch them. I said, look, here they come. We were all standing there. And after we was like, okay, who going? Who turned is it? We literally took turns. Like, come on. We were getting before you get to see because why is it so hard for you to sit there and watch a movie with your kids? Better yet, if your kid is 17, go give them an ID. The whole rule that they had to be 17 with ID. Half them kids that would come in was 18 and had no ID. Where's your ID? I can't let you see it. And then the famous question. These were the parents. Well, can't you just watch them? No.
But
I work. I'm not a babysitter.
You said this is a professional establishment. This is a business establishment. It's not my job. It's not in my job description. To watch your children. You are a parent. That's your job. That's in your job description, not mine. Okay. So there you all go. All right. So good luck with all that. But I'm gonna go to hopefully we'll go to driving. Good luck with all of that. So we're talking about because we got on the whole movie thing, and because we're speaking about Rob Reiner and the death, but the legacy that he left, especially some of the really fantastic films that he made. And so there was been a lot of blowback because I'm gonna let Brownie have this rant because the person that sits at 1600 Pennsylvania, I can't even say his name because I just think he just.
I got a name for him.
Well, here's my new here is my new phrase for him. He's not even human in my opinion, but since I have to refer to him as something, I call him a dawb, DAWB, which means dirty ass white boy. And some of y'all may get offended, but don't get offended because you all use the N word whenever you all feel like it. So whenever you feel like it, or you use the N word just to come out and say nigga, that's you all do that. So I'm gonna say this is a dog, this is a dirty ass white boy. And that's the one sitting in 1600 Pennsylvania. You couldn't even muster enough decency to say something decent about Rob Reiner. You have to come out with your own narcissistic ass post.
And let's go back to why. Because Rob Reiner was a very staunch, and I mean staunch critic of you know who at 1600. I refuse to say his name. So he came out. He couldn't even be decent. So I'm gonna go here to Ann Navarro first because she was on the View, and so because I'm gonna have to read the tweet, but I'm gonna have to get my mind right for that.
Put that out today. I'm gonna say it. You know, damn it, there's an American family grieving.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. This is a tragedy, not just for the family, but for all who knew and loved him. And for the President of the United States to make this about him and a way to attack Rob Reiner because he exercised his American right to speak up with what he disagreed with is shameful, is disgraceful. And out of all the disgusting things that Donald Trump has done, this is right up there.
Yep.
So that was Ann Navarro.
Ann Navarro.
And then we're gonna go to Whoopi.
And let's go to Whoopi. Whoopi, my girl.
Our hearts are breaking through all of this, through Rob, through what's happened at Bondi Beach, what happened at Brown, and you don't find the time to say, as Americans, we hate what's happening. You ain't my president, man. We'll be right back.
But so anyway, let me get my mind. So basically, what do you know who? I'm just go here. So the son of a bitch that occupies 1600 Pennsylvania, he went. So first he went on early. So a small bug. So first of all, he went on that horrible platform that he calls True Social, and he wrote that Rob Reiner was pretty much murdered because he suffered from Trump deranged syndrome or TDS. That's what he said. And then when he got blowback for that, then he comes out, he's in the Oval Office, unfortunately, and he doubled down and said he was just, I'm not a fan of his, and he's an awful human being. Now, why don't you look in the mirror? When you say you're not a fan and he's an awful human being, That's what you feel about yourself.
That's exactly
because you
right.
are a piece of shit.
Yep.
And you get bigger piece of shit as the days go by.
You're a dirty ass white boy. There you go. You're a dog.
And the whole thing about this is when whatever happens to you, when God says so, nobody, and I mean absolutely nobody, will give a damn to say anything decent about you because you can never return the favor to anybody else.
But that's why.
And then you have Weasel Boy. Let me get to him.
Oh no.
Then you have who is it? Weasel Boy Johnson. Questions are being directly asked about what he said, and you all just scoot around it like you scoot around everything else because you can't, because you're scared to say something to him. Who the fuck is a Donald J. Trump?
Exactly.
I'll tell you who he is. He's Melania's bitch, which is why he's hyped with power, because he ain't got no power at his home because she leave him around like the little dog he is.
No, fat dog. Don't get it wrong. Over
fat dog, orange dog, well, dog is an insult to a dog. So that's his first part. So you're scooting around it. Then they asked Stu about what he said. You scoot around it. You just give thoughts and prayers. No, say something to him.
Everybody has something to say when people were talking about Charlie Kirk and said he was but you all don't say the truth, right? Exactly.
Right. Then the one person I can give a modicum of decent respect to is Thomas Massey, because he came out, he shared the tweet, and he said, this is what you think is okay. He said, I don't care what your political affiliation is. This is not what you do. And he said, apparently nobody in the elected Congress, GOP, the vice president, or the White House is going to call him out on it because they're not. But you are up in arms about it, but nothing said about this. But he is horrible. He says nothing. People, you had a mass shooting at Bondi Beach in Australia during Hanukkah. Then you had people killed in Brown University. You don't say shit. Nobody hears from you for nothing. But when Rob Reiner is murdered by his son, which is a tragedy in itself, then you turn around and make it about you. Not everything is about you. I am so glad that the state senators in Indiana told you perversely to go fuck yourself. I am so happy because you are the worst of the worst. And I hope somebody shows this video, and I dare you say something to me. I don't, which as Jasmine call you, Timu Hitler.
And that's why Brianna has her second when she rants, because she lets loose.
Because I am so sick of him. The man was murdered, and you made it about yourself.
Yep.
A whole family has been torn apart before Christmas, and you make it about yourself.
Yep.
Like seriously?
And here's
I mean, I'm not surprised. I know you ain't worth a damn, but some people think you have a conscience. I know otherwise, but
But here's the thing. Brianna was reading the tweet that he put out the first time, and she got surprised. I said, hold up. I said, I can hear no more. Because it was so disgusting that I said, you know what? I don't even want this in my spirit for the rest of the day. So I didn't even hear the rest. I couldn't even hear the rest of it. Because I said, he is such a horrible human being. And some of y'all maybe get mad because I call him the dirty ass white boy. And I mean that. And I hashtag DAWB, DAWB. So anytime you all feel like you want to take it, do that. Because he is. Like I said, you don't have a problem with somebody call black people the N-word, just right out and call them a nigga. You don't have a problem with that. But if you have a problem, we call him a dirty ass white boy, that's too bad. And if you don't have to be a white person or a white male, I'm not. And if it does not apply to you, let it fly. Then I'm not talking to you. But those who constantly speak about hate and speak about hate and division and think that you're more superior and better than other people because of the color of your skin, then that's what you are to me. And that's what you're being me, and that's what I mean. So I make no apologies. People always want to come and say, well, I apologize. I do not. I unequivocally do not apologize for calling Donald J. Trump a dirty ass white boy. I don't. No apologies here. So don't come with me and saying anything, because he says he called black folks everything under the sun in the name of the book, whatever. And you all say nothing.
Oh no! Let me finish. I ain't done yet, because that's the other ring.
No.
Then he's in Pennsylvania.
Oh God!
And has the audacity to fix his mouth to say black people love him. You don't know the meaning of love if it slapped you up and hit you in the face. You wouldn't know love if Cupid himself shoved the arrow so far up your ass that it came out your throat. So don't even put black people in the same sentence. Because if you look at the numbers, nobody loves you. Now you may have a few cray-crays, but I ain't got nothing to do with that. But all negatory, huge negatory.
Yep. So there you are. So all of that to say is that
Now I'm finished.
okay, yeah, I'm not around when she get her rants because she's like, oh, I got to deal with this.
I'm sorry, I saw that.
You were reading it to me, and I said, you know what? Hold,
And
I
it's
can't
like
use this.
I didn't even go find it. I was on Facebook, and a friend of mine he shared it because he said garbage trash. He called me garbage trash person, and so I just happened to see it, and I immediately got pissed off. I'm like, seriously, the man was murdered.
Yep.
A family torn apart, and this is what you do. Everybody from former Vice President Kamala Harris and her husband to former President Barack Obama, you know, Republicans, all that. They said I didn't agree, and here's nothing. Who taught you the word affliction? Cause I know damn well you ain't figured it out. So who you have writing?
And whoever wrote it for him, you should be ashamed because they should say, I'm not going to write this. You should not put this out. This is what the problem is that
Nobody tells him no.
They never tell him no. They let him do whatever he want to do. He does not understand the meaning of no or right or wrong. Right or wrong. He doesn't because he wasn't taught that.
He don't understand boundaries, nothing.
And based off the way that he responds to certain things, he was never told no. He was not taught right from wrong. He was not taught anything. He grew up on his own like a wild, like the wild fucking dog that he is. That has no morals, no morals, no ethics, no boundaries, no anything. He just thinks that his money can allow him to do and say whatever he want to say. Well, guess what, bro? Guess what? We all can feel the exact same way. This is our country, and we can say and speak whatever we want to do. So you have no say. So you can try and control that, but you won't be able to control freedom of speech. You can try. You all tried that shit.
Centennial birthday.
That's right. It's centennial birthday, and I put a post on there. And you know what? And he did an interview. His faculties still have all his faculties. He said he just still can't move like he always could.
They showed the man doing sit-ups.
Yes. If you ever watch, if some of you guys watch Dick Van Dyke and some of his he was one of those physical comedians. That he has the long legs. He would do the jumping and leaping. You know, if you ever watched the old Diagnosis Murder, he was riding on roller skates. I think by then he was like in his 70 maybe. Or let's see. So he was always a very agile person. Even when the opening, if you guys remember the Dick Van Dyke show. Hold on. The Dick Van Dyke show, it was in black and white. I watched reruns. I was not alive when it was born, but I'm needless to say, there was an opening when he would I just had to clear it up. He said, yeah, that would require me to be 80. I'm not 80. So what he would do and it would do that was the opening, and so there was always an ottoman sitting right there, and then he would always for years he would always trip over the ottoman. But then over the years, he was like, so they changed it. When he got to the ottoman, then he kind of he walked around, but he always had those dancing legs. So he was always a dancer.
Did you ever? I don't know if you watched it, but you ever watch Night at the Museum?
No,
with Ben Stiller.
No.
So he was in it. It was a scene that he was getting down.
He was singing or dancing?
No, he was dancing.
Oh.
They showed he had to let it go with. I was cracking up laughing when I saw Night. I was like, oh my god.
But that was always him. He was always dancing, from Mary Poppins. He was always a dancer.
But when you can get to 100 years old and all you say is you a little stiffer than you are.
Hell yeah, because I ain't even 60 now. So Lord, my knee hurt.
So when you can say that at 100, still look. before Norman Lear passed, because Norman Lear was 103.
Or 101 or something.
100. 100 something. Norman Lear, when they were doing the live in front of us segment, Norman Lear jumped up like he was 25. I was like, damn. I felt bad because I'm looking at, you got to get him, you got to grunt. He popped up and he was 90 at the time. I'm like, what the hell?
Yeah. But,
so if you get look, that's a blessing. You get the 100 and all you can say is, I'm just a little stiff. Okay.
And I can appreciate like all those the old school writers, like I said, Rob Reiner, Carl Reiner, they all entertainment industry. That made a lot of us want to go into the industry by watching them and what they created. Penny Marshall, Penny Marshall was another one. She was uber talented. So it made
Marshall,
Cindy Williams. They all were, and they were physical comedians, which means like Penny Marshall, they would fall down and trip over stuff and did all kind of physical stuff on in front of the camera, which made them really really great performers. And so we missed that in like television. And so like I said, when people want to write, and I like to write. When you all want to write and sit there and write episodes, think about those greats like Carl Reiner, like Rob Reiner. Penny Marshall, all of them. Think about that. And if you haven't watched any of their work, go back and watch it. Go back and watch it and get some ideas and get some fresh writing. Hone your craft.
If nothing else, the exchanges between Rob Reiner's character Mike and Archie on All in the Family, those were hilarious.
Oh my God! Because it was like in the 70s, and everybody was going, trying to get equal rights and stuff like that. Rob Reiner was hilarious. In All in the Family, and he would set Archie every single time. It wasn't hard to get Archie buckled. It was not hard. Archie was an idiot, so it was not hard. But watching him and then watching him from in front of the camera, and then to go behind the camera, that was like epic. I mean, to watch that, and so many people now saying, "Oh, I just want to be behind the camera. I don't want to be in front of the camera." But you know what? You have to learn. You learn from being in front of the camera, and then you learn what you want to look for behind the camera. When you look through that lens, what it is that you want to create, what do you want to see come to life, and that's what entertainment is supposed to be about. It's not supposed to be about trying to create a monopoly like that Ellison boy, God, that David Ellison boy who bought into Warner Brothers and got pissed off. Nobody to Paramount, and they got pissed off because you didn't win the bid for Warner Bros., which I disagree with anyway. All you all want to do is just suck all of the money you can. You want to put out all these knockoff movies, or you want to call them films. You want to put out all this knockoff shit, and then wants to go to the theater, spend all the money, and then so you just keep home and putting in all the money instead of being really creative and creating something that people are going to talk about for years. Because think about movies like what the crazy lady name, crazy one, what was it, Prom Night? What was it? No, God, I can't think of the movie. When the girl got the blood dropped on, what was it?
The who?
Oh, Carrie. When you think about films movies like Carrie.
I didn't get to Carrie.
Oh, you didn't get
I can't do Carrie. I think I watched
Carrie's Carrie.
I think I watched like 10 minutes of Carrie, and I was like, before I really have a nightmare, I can't do Carrie. I am sorry. Like I can't do Carrie. What is it with the clown? The cousin It.
Cousin It.
Wait, what was the clown? You remember the movie with the crazy looking clown?
Oh.
Well, maybe she'll know that. But yeah, I don't do Freddy Krueger. See, I'm more of like, those were like, they like to play in your mind and stuff. I was more like the Jason and the Michael Myers. Just kill me and get over it. Like, ain't nobody got time for it.
Really, because Jason was just, cut your head off and it's a done deal. But
right.
What's it called? Freddie Krueger wants to have a conversation with you.
He want to get
all in your life, and
then cut your ear off in reality. Then he back you.
Look. Yeah. But
if you're gonna do whatever, just hurry up and let this go.
But you know what? Think about it now. But you know what? See, we can sit back all these years and talk about it because they're memorable. You have to create memorable content. That people are going that's going to last for a lifetime.
Halloween was stuff. Michael Myers.
Oh yeah.
She finally killed him. I think Halloween ends. But
man, yeah.
I went to the movie for Halloween Ends with Jamie Lee Curtis. I went to the movie for that one.
Well, see, if that came out, we stayed at the drive-in. We were little kids when they first did Halloween.
Man.
We were at the drive-in, so being driving in the dark, and people might touching your car. You're like, oh my god! So that would freak you out at the drive-in. That's the first time that I saw Halloween.
Halloween was stuff.
Yeah. That ain't one that I want to watch all the time. Some stuff is just really, really frightening, really, really get to you. That's why I'm begging people who you are writers and you see you in the entertainment industry. Please watch some of the. Ren will tell you something. She went to film school. You have to watch some of the old stuff.
You
to
gotta
start
watch
writing new stuff.
I'm sorry. You know what I've been subjected to now, and I go to the movies.
No hell no.
I watch animated movies. That's what I go see. Because the animated movies are the only thing that's creative. I went to go see the Smurfs with my baby.
How's that anime?
Animated.
Oh, animated. You said anime. Something anime. Yeah, animated.
No, animated.
Oh, animation.
But
Okay.
that's what I've been subjected to. I watch the Smurfs. Lord help me. I have to go watch SpongeBob. God. Oh.
See, if we was at the drive-in, you can go watch it in the car at the drive-in and go
I go
to sleep.
sleep.
And when that woman be like, ooh, and know the child is safe to sit in anybody's body because you're in the car, the door's locked. Like, oh, okay.
You know.
Movie going on. All right, let's go on to the next one.
Okay, you know, the fact I got to go sit through SpongeBob.
SpongeBob SquarePants.
Please,
SpongeBob
stop,
SquarePants.
just stop. And he sees on the TV now. He's like, Mommy, we gotta go see SpongeBob. And I'm getting my mind right now.
I know, 'cause I went to see the Smurfs with him. I was like, well, I want to see the Smurfs. But the Smurfs actually pretty
The
good.
Smurfs was cute. SpongeBob is obnoxious. Well, they have to find SpongeBob because SpongeBob gonna go miss.
No, no, man.
But that's what I've been reduced to because I remember it was some good movies. Like I remember I watched Cabin in the Woods.
Oh, that was very weird. Yeah, that was really weird. Yeah, that's why I ain't going to no Cabin in the Woods.
But
that was real weird though.
But you think about those were like you had Cabin in the Woods, you had the Hunger Games. Man, the Hunger Games was my movie.
See that's those things I can never get into.
You know, Harry Potter, Twilight, even Fast and the Furious.
No.
You know, I went to Magic Mike.
Yeah, I saw Magic Mike. I saw the first one.
I was like, hey.
Yeah.
I was just shocked that men was going to see that with their woman. I'm like, why are you in here?
Because they had to.
Women want to hoop and holler. Don't they want you in here?
They had to. I don't care if my late husband still around. I'd go and tell him like,
like
no, he did go. We remember to the theater. He went to see something else. So I went to see Magic Mike. Remember?
No, we all went together. I went to go see Magic Mike. You and him went to go see Cabin in the Woods.
Oh, that's why I said it was weird. It wasn't good. Oh, okay. And then I went back to see Magic Mike. Okay, yeah.
You went to go. Yeah, you went to see Cabin, but you had all those good movies just in that time frame. Because there was so many. Because woo-wee.
But here's the thing. Anytime like when back in the day when even like when new movies came out, like if something with Eddie Murphy or
like it was in the theater. Like
how was at the drive-in? Went to the drive-in.
It was driving theater. Whatever. But I'm just like you. Think about the movies back when the movies Eddie made. Eddie had Harlem Night, Coming to America. I mean, I'm talking about theaters running over where
certainly.
You was sitting in the front row because ain't no more seats.
Most certainly.
You had Coming to America.
Yep.
You had Beverly Hills Cop 2, 3, 48 hours, another 48 hours.
Yep.
That was stuff you went to go see. This crap now, and I'm sorry, I'm going to the Oscars because half these best pictures, I don't know what these movies are.
I was like, what the hell is it? I don't even know what they are.
I'm like, huh?
And you know what the problem is that
even as long as Titanic was, people filled the movies for Titanic.
Yeah.
I still to this day don't know why Titanic was 4 hours, but okay. Cause I mean y'all could have cut that in half. I mean you spent 2 hours trying to get her away from the dude and her ending up with the other dude and them getting together. And I'm like, well, when we gonna get to the iceberg? Well, in 2 hours, I'm already bored. You find I got 2 more hours after that. Jeez, but even that was interesting.
But anyway, I just you guys
y'all need to do better with these things.
And so now even when you are like Netflix is trying to buy into what you call it. I hope. First of all, I hope the deal don't close. I hope
don't nobody want all their movies on
Netflix. Exactly. I was going to tell you right.
I got an attitude right now because the freaking NBA sold something to Amazon, so now all your damn games is on Prime. I ain't got Prime, And Jeff Bezos, I damn sure I give my money to him.
Oh. Oh, they just did that?
Yeah, that was their new media rights deal. So it was NBC. I'm cool with NBC. I can do NBC. It's NBC, Prime, and then ESPN. I'm cool. I got NBC, but the whole Prime thing, I'm not paying to watch no damn game.
And you know what? And
I'm just not doing it.
And then, like, you know, this guy has created with his garage based bullshit. He's managed to become a billionaire. Managed to get
selling bullshit.
Right off of selling bullshit because it's nothing.
But that's the look.
And then he started getting into the whole movie thing, which is what I said, which is what. And you didn't think anything much of what Amazon said. You can get your stuff put up on Amazon and whatever, which is what my thing went to, like on Amazon. And I was just like, no, take it down. I no. And the thing of what is that I never really, because they wanted to buy your rights to your stuff. So I never signed the thing to sign away my rights to my work. I said, I'm not signing this. I said, no thank you. And I'm so thankful that I never did that.
The Amazon got issues. I am not paying to watch no game.
But you know what they're doing is that Netflix wants to buy. They want to buy Warner Brothers Studios. Like a lot of the intellectual properties that Warner Brothers has, they don't want that. They want the studio. So they want to be able to put their name Netflix and say, oh, this is a Netflix Warner Brothers Studio. So they want to have access to the actually studio, the lot itself, and not all the intellectual properties that comes along with that. And I think that's a bunch of bullshit right there too. But they kept that aspect of the deal a secret. So whereas they think that Netflix is buying everything or investing into everything from Warner Brothers, that's not true. That's why I said I hope the deal fall apart. It's got to be approved to the federal government. I hope it fall apart. Just like David Ellison and all this racist the shit that he's doing, talking about white, whatever this white shit is, right wing shit he's doing, you're gonna go broke. You're going to go broke, and I cannot. I want to say I look forward to somebody. I said, but you're not going to be getting shit off of CBS because people are going to be boycotting CBS left and right, and you're going to lose mega billions of dollars.
I already boycott CBS because I watch CBS strictly for the neighborhood. The neighborhood is now off until the new year. And once they finish up, they see I definitely am watching CBS.
I was had to thought that. I said, I hope another network like NBC would pick up the neighborhood, or like ABC. It would be really great on ABC if you had like
they might
right if you maybe like Abbott Elementary or something like that with the neighborhood, because it's a good show. And then pick up the one they're supposed to have the spinoff with the boys and Marty and them.
Yeah.
So that you can have a whole evening of like Abbott Elementary and the neighborhood and then whatever else. Yeah,
but
you can have a whole thing.
But you know what's funny? Because I think the episode before because they did their Christmas episode, that was their last episode, and then the episode before that, Tina got the baby's ears pierced.
Oh, I didn't see that. Oh, Marty went off.
Huh?
Did Marty go off?
Well, the thing about it, Courtney always act like she's too scared to say anything to Tina, and so Courtney was like, "Tell Marty, well, we'll wait till she get older and make her own decision." That is like the stupidest thing.
Yeah.
When you have a little girl and your little girl, get that stuff done. I don't know what the big deal is about the baby having the ears pierced when they're younger.
Yeah.
You put a little earring, you make her look like a little girl.
Yeah.
Why do you want your baby to feel that pain when they get older?
Because they're a baby, they feel it for about 30 seconds, and then it's done. And then you give them a little Tylenol because they probably got might run a little temp for a minute. But the next day they're going to feel much better. You were like 6 months old. I think I got yours. You might have been a little younger, but I know you was at least 6 months old. Because I remember getting yours and I laid you down and then you're like, ow, that was hurt. You hollered for a few minutes. I held you, and then you went to sleep. We were walking around the rest of the mall for the rest of the day, and you were cool. Yeah, but your ears were pierced before you were like less than a year old, which is what you should do.
Right, but I don't know all this thing about,
letting your kids have this making decisions. That's why they call parent, child.
But here's the thing. This is my thing. I'm just going to go ahead. If someone get mad, I don't personally care. You have a problem with ear piercing, but it's okay for your child to change their sex at age 10. Oh, okay.
And you think that's appropriate?
Okay, cool. And piercing is dangerous, but cutting off their thing. Oh, okay.
And here's something about the piercing. It's been you see a lot of young female mothers who getting their sons' ears pierced.
That ain't cute.
That's not cute, and that's ghetto as. Okay, I said that it's ghetto as.
Wait. I got one for you. So So I was scrolling on Facebook, you know, the little baby popped in my feed.
Uh-huh.
Why Dante was looking at it, he's like, who's the little girl?
Oh, okay. It was the little boy with the earring.
Yeah.
Mm.
I said, that's a boy. He said, oh,
Yeah, no.
you know why?
And it got both ears, ain't it?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, stupid. Yeah.
But I like bust out like, I'm like, oh my God. And it's like he got the little hairdo now.
With the little bun too.
Yeah.
See that? And you wonder why your children have sexual oriented issues. That's why.
Yeah.
Because God made male and female. Whether you all want to fucking acknowledge that or not, I'm sorry, my French. It's called male and female. All right.
Yeah, I was scrolling and get doctor. I was looking, and he happened to look at it. And he saw it. He said, "Oh, that's a cute little girl." I was like, "That's a boy." And he was like, "Oh, why?" Because he saw these and the little bun, and he's like, "Oh."
But again, and you all may get angry with us when I say, but that's those these Z parents and these Z generation having babies, and you all think that shiggity is cute. It's not cute. And when your little boys go to school and they got earrings in their ear, and you don't get mad when the teacher say, "Oh, hi, little girl." Don't get mad. Don't get all of your feelings because you have messed that child's gender up. You messed that kid up.
Now here's the thing. Now when your son they get 18 and they said they want to get their ears pierced, feel free because you're 18 and you're gonna pay for it yourself.
Right, and you're gonna pay for it exactly.
Feel
I'm
free.
not paying for no extra for a dime or a dollar.
I gotta pay for it and you are of legal age, feel free.
Yep.
Until then, don't ask me that shit.
Don't ask me.
Don't ask me nothing.
Right, exactly.
Now when you get and you know because you won't.
And not only when you get 18, but when you get out of my house.
Right, feel free.
Yeah, do whatever you want to do. Exactly.
You know.
And tattoos the same thing.
You
don't
know.
come in 15 times. Oh, I want to get a tattoo. No.
You know, my little cousin that he's not so little anymore, but he got him a couple piercings. But again, he's 21. Knock yourself out. You're 21. You got your own money. Feel free.
Exactly.
I am all for children making their choice when you get to 18. Like this whole thing now. I'm trying. Why do 8-year-olds have iPhones? Why do an 8-year-old have a touchscreen phone? Period. That's the first thing.
Right, an expensive ass phone. I put that expensive ass shit.
You know, then they don't judge Judy at the age of 12 talking about they stole my phone. Why do you have a $1,600 phone?
Or a kid got to my phone and then threw it and broke it and done whatever.
You know, I tell people, I have people laughing that's like younger than me. You know, when I got my first touchscreen phone, I was 18. I was 18 when I got my first touchscreen phone. Before then, I had the little slider like this, the one that slid up and down like this. I had that one. I had the one that you folded like this. It was a regular phone. You flipped over. You had the keyboard to take. I had that phone. I did not have a touchscreen until I was 18 and was able to buy it on my own.
And bought it herself. And I'm my mother. She can attest it right. And you didn't get a phone till you was what in high school? A cell phone in general.
No, I was like
in junior high school.
Yeah, I was like junior. I was like 15.
15. Okay. Well,
but still, guess what? It was a flip phone, and this everybody like, and you tell them straight like, "Oh my God, you were old." Okay, first of all, that was like 2006. But and that was the thing. Everybody at that age, you had a flip phone.
Yeah, flip phone.
You was a thing back then. You had a flip phone. You know, now they like 8, 9, 10. You hear them out. You see them in the phone store, Mom. They're getting the latest iPhone. Why? I was just in the cell phone store the other day. Kid was all of 11. I kid you not. And was up there telling me, "Yeah, I want the new iPhone 17." I look like this.
You have an iPhone job. You have some iPhone money. And if you don't ask me for anything.
And they telling her how much it's gonna be. It was like $600-$700 after all the discounts to get the phone. And you know me being me, I just had to say something. I said, why do they need a $700 phone that they're going to lose because they're not responsible?
Right, exactly.
And she was like, well, he really wants it. I said, I wouldn't care if he wanted a house full of diamonds. I don't care what he wants. You're the parent.
Right. Yep.
And she said, well, maybe, I wasn't trying to say you shouldn't be, but no 11-year-old needs an iPhone 17 for what?
Right, exactly.
Let me tell you something. I'm 34 and I got an iPhone 14. You mean no 11-year-old needs what? Like, make it make sense here.
And because people do not teach their children the value of a dollar, or to take care of their stuff. When they tear up something or they lose something, they just go and just go buy something else. Just get something else.
Now, it was an older gentleman. I had to kind of put him in his place because he bothered my baby. Okay, anybody know my little 4-year-old? He got a little phone. He got a little cell phone. First of all, the phone is as old as I don't know what, because the phone is about 4 or 5 years.
And his nana, what you call it?
Right. And if you look at the back of it, it's all cracked up and ate up. He come up. Oh, he got a phone at his age. I said, first of all, it's my old phone. Second of all, it's like 5, 6 years old. Then he went about his business. Look, I'm not that crazy parent that go back. Look, now I'm gonna give him a little upgraded phone. I'm gonna give him a tablet for him to have something newer. That's my personal business. But I can guarantee you this much ain't gonna cost me no $700. I will never $700 for an 11-year-old that's gonna take the phone, drop it, then you gotta go get the screen fixed. No.
Well, see, I've never been I've never liked the iPhone anyway, so I'm always an Android person. So I've never been there. I've never been there anyway.
Same thing.
I've never been there with stuff. I just don't believe when kids were getting phones when they were first coming out, people were getting their kids phones. I was always that parent. I said, she ain't no phone. I'm not worried about that. That was unimportant to me. Yeah. Look, to me, kids have to grow up and grow into certain responsibilities of life. And 10 and 9 years old, they are not responsible enough to have a cell phone. And people say, well, they want to use it to reach me. Well, here's what I got to say about that. You should know when your kids go to school. You should know where they're going when they get there and who you can reach to make sure that your child is there. And if your kid is going home, then make sure when you get that there's a phone at home, you can reach them when they get at home. Or if you don't have the landline phones, which a lot of people don't, you can have a cell phone you keep at home. When your kid get at home, call me from that phone.
Dang it, go get on their computer, because I know they got homework.
Right,
your computer.
Right. It's screen. Call me. What's called?
It's WhatsApp. It's Google Call. Yeah. Only way your kid can, without needing the phone.
Right. Yep.
You know what's funny? That was the episode of House of Pain, the TV show House of Pain. She ain't know. But the soon-to-be stepmom, she went because Calvin and Miranda had decided that Christian wasn't getting the cell phone. When she took it upon herself, she said she had asked Christian. First of all, why you asking the child? You should ask the parent.
Right.
She had went and bought him this like $1,600. They called it a Z phone. She had went and bought that for his birthday. So at the birthday party, Miranda said, "Oh no, you can't keep that." So she got all her feelings. I used my money to go buy it. And all Calvin told the Calvin said, you should have came and talked to me first about the phone before you went and bought that for him. That's all it is. But see, she one of them new brands. The little boy is all of, I think, 9 or 10. They don't need that. Kids that age, I know you lose stuff. You just learned at that age to have your own set of house keys. Yep.
But not trying to lose out. This is what happened. I said, parents, you start giving your kids these things early in life, and then as they get older, they become out of control. Then you say, I don't know what happened. I know.
Then they become tyrants.
Right. I know what happens. I said, because you allow them to do and say and whatever they want to, and allow them to think that they were your equal. Nowhere in the Bible does it say that your child is equal to you. Nowhere in the Bible does it say that. That's why it says you have mother, father, and a child. Because you are the parent. Your job is to parent your children, not to allow your children to parent themselves. That's not parenting. Just in case you already know. I'm not trying to tell anybody how to raise their children. Well, I can't even that one. But parent your children. That's all I'm saying. Parent your kids. You are a parent. It drives me crazy when I hear people say, well, I let them make a decision. Let them decide. What? Let them decide what? You're going to decide what time they go to bed, how much they're going to eat, what they're going to eat, or if they're going to go to school, if they're going to do their homework. You're going to let them make all those decisions? And then when they don't make the right decision, you say, I don't know what happened. When they become killers and killers and rapists and all kind of other bull crap. You don't know what the hell happened. Insanity. So, we all trying to give you all a little Christmas cheer, but our Trinity stories was just very heavy today. So we had to jump on in there with that one. What else I got? You got somebody else? Check my notes for me.
I think you covered everything.
I think
I got sports for you.
I think I did rather well. Dr. Fight wasn't able to attend today, so okay. No. That was the end of okay. Yeah, but we're just saying, you know what? Yeah, so Brianna's coming. Hi there. Tawana Lucas. Hey, Tawana. We love you guys popping on. Make sure you guys like the video and hit the share button, okay? We like you guys. Go sit over there. Love you guys to share. So Brianna's going to cover our sports. Tell people hi.
Say hi. Hi. Now say bye. Bye. See you later.
Okay, Rams coming with the sports.
So
Let's go.
let me just start. So two devastating injuries in the NFL yesterday. The edge rusher for the Green Bay Packers, Micah Parsons, that was traded from the Dallas Cowboys to Green Bay. He tore his ACL yesterday, so he's out for the rest of the season. And I don't take, I don't take in his injury. But the Green Bay Packers did lose, which means the Bears are first in the NFC North. We're leading the NFC North right now because we won.
Oh, back and forth.
We won in a cold game. Y'all was brave to be out there in that cold. Y'all crazy. The Bears beat the Cleveland Browns 31-3.
That was ass kicking.
So we are now 10-4 on the season. We play the Packers on Saturday, but we're 10-4. We're number one in the NFC North. We're leading the division, and we're the number 2 seed if the playoffs were to start today. Rams are the number 1 seed. So we're doing good. The other news, Patrick Mahomes, get well. He also tore his ACL yesterday. They also lost, which they were eliminated from postseason contention. This is their first time in 10 years since 2014. They won't be making the playoffs. But okay, let me
give us a cheer.
We're not taking pride in Mahomes' injury.
No, I'm not.
We're not doing that. We're just happy because they're not in the playoffs. Oh, she's.
Keep it going.
So they're out of the playoffs. I think Travis Kelce will retire. Because he's due to get married, so go right off into the sunset.
I don't know. Taylor Swift for her birthday, she's 36.
Yeah,
girl, you better have some babies if they plan on having some.
They both 36.
Oh, okay.
They go.
Look, her clock is ticking, and
look. Rihanna knew her clock was ticking. That's why Rihanna popped out them 3 rings.
How old is Riri?
37.
There's some laugh on there. You got a laugh on there.
No, I don't think I did. But yeah, 37. So yeah. Go right off into the sunset, but yeah, the Chiefs have been limited. Let me tell you what the Chiefs did. They won 9 AFC West titles. They went to 7 AFC Championship games, 5 Super Bowls, 3 Super Bowl rings. You're good. Go home. Bye bye. Just So they're out of the playoffs. The Rams just keep winning. The Los Angeles Rams. They are 11-4 on the season. They won. 44-year-old Phillip Rivers made his first start since 2020, and he came out unscathed. Thank God. He's Grandpa Rivers, but he came out. Unfortunately, the Colts did not win. Your team is in free fall.
Oh, the Indianapolis.
Yeah, they are 8-6. They're on the outside looking in. Jacksonville is 10-4. The Buffalo Bills came back from a 21-0 deficit to beat the Patriots. He played 35-31. Josh Allen, as they say, he put on his superhero cape and he put the team on his back, so they won. Also, congratulations to him and his wife. They're expecting baby number 1. 7 months after their wedding. They got married earlier this year, May. So now they're expecting. Go have that baby and all that cold in Buffalo, but anyway. But yeah, so they won. So the playoffs are shaping up. You got 3 games left. Right now, getting ready to start is the Pittsburgh Steelers versus the Miami Dolphins. That game is getting ready to start very soon. And so, shout out to Ocho Cinco. I watched Nightcap. Ocho Cinco is devastated. His Bengals got eliminated from playoff contention because they lost yesterday. So Ocho, we love you, but your team, they let you down as always. To Shannon Sharp, he calls himself Unc. Unc is very happy. His Broncos, they have the best record in the NFL right now at 12-2. They have an 11 game win streak right now. So they are getting really good. But yeah, the Denver Broncos, that defense is something. So they won yesterday. They actually beat the Green Bay Packers 34-26. The Cowboys is on life support for their season. They got a 1%. They got a 1% chance to make the playoffs after their horrible loss last night to the Minnesota Vikings, who were already eliminated. So Dallas is 6-7-1. So we can pretty much guarantee they'll be out of the playoffs. But the playoffs are taking shape. We got 3 games left in the NFL, and then starting in January, you got wild card, you got division, championship games, and then Super Bowl rolls around. A Super Bowl, I can tell you, the halftime show I will not be watching.
Oh God, who's the horrible Super Bowl act?
Bad Bunny.
Oh yeah, that whole country. Okay.
So I will not be watching that halftime. No offense to Bad Bunny, I like your music, just not interested.
Okay.
You got NBA still going on. You got the NBA Cup final. You have the San Antonio Spurs taking on the New York Knicks. After the Spurs ended the 16-game win streak of the OKC Thunder, Oklahoma City is now 24-2 on the season. The Lakers are, I can't believe this, the Lakers are actually winning.
Oh God.
They
won't last long. Don't worry about it.
The Lakers won last night. My Warriors are struggling a little bit. Y'all got to give Steph some help. But that's what we got going on in the world of sports. Got a little drama going on with soccer with Liverpool. I guess Mohamed Salah, I don't know if he's vibing with the coach, we're going to say, but it's not looking pretty. So he may leave, he may not. We'll keep you updated. And in WWE, John Cena had his farewell match in Washington, D.C. on Saturday night's main event. He did lose, but he is now officially retired after 24 years as an active wrestler in the WWE. He won a record 17-time world champion. He broke Ric Flair's record. He's a 5-time United States champion, 5-time United States champion, 1-time Intercontinental champion, tag team champion, 2-time Royal Rumble winner, 11-time Slammy Award winner. They call him the GOAT, and he truly is the GOAT. But he's officially retired. Congratulations at the age of 48. Is he 48? Yeah, he's 48. All right. And that is what I've got for you.
All right, you guys. Well, here we are. We are 10 days outside. Hi, Amber. All you guys is popped on.
She just blocked me. Okay.
All you all who just popped on, you guys got to go back and look at the video because we're just about to wrap up for today. Join us tomorrow because we have a special guest tomorrow. I'll follow me on social media and I'll let you know who that is. In the meantime, thank all you guys who joined in. And we love you guys for joining in. Thank you so much. Come back and see us tomorrow because there will be 9 days before Christmas, and we'll have some more conversation with you. In the meantime, if you're in a cold Midwest or anywhere it's cold, stay warm, stay dry.
Don't worry, it's a very nice warm up coming.
There you all go.
And we're due for it. Because good Lord.
Enjoy the rest of your evening. I love it when we come on. Join us every Monday at 5:30 p.m. Central Standard Time. If you're on the East Coast, we are 6:30 Standard Time. If you're on the West Coast, it's 4:30 p.m. And if you're in the UK or anywhere around there, we come on about 10:30 p.m. and at your time. We are global. Have a wonderful, wonderful evening.
Say see you later.
It's something to talk about with Dr. Fight, Brianna Murray, and L. Ellis. A weekly roundup of current events and what's happening in our world.